Wow, do I have a special treat for you today. I am sitting in one of the Bay Area Coastside's most iconic properties. Huge thank you to David Oliphant of Ocean Element Real Estate for allowing us to tour this incredibly iconic property. This is 2 Mirada Road, Unit 3 in Half Moon Bay. I'm gonna turn the camera around so you can see it. I'm sitting with the perfect view. Okay, before we even step inside, I just want you to take this in for a second. We are at the very end of Mirada Road, and I mean the literal end. As you can see, we are right up at the ocean there. It is a incredible, once-in-a-lifetime kind of location. The neighborhood we're at is called Miramar, which is Spanish for look at the sea. And the name has been here since the very early days of the coastside. And honestly, standing right here, it earns this right every single time. Let's go look at the perimeter of the property and then we can go inside. We are at such an iconic location. There are some really incredible properties here. As you can see, we just crossed the bridge. We're currently on the coastal trail, which runs from the harbor in El Granada all the way up to essentially the Ritz-Carlton at the very northern point, or the most southern point of Half Moon Bay. They recently redid this bridge. As you can see, it's brand new. I'm gonna give you another shot of the property here. Okay, so what you're looking at here is a 3-unit building, which makes it unlike almost anything on the coastside because this is owned by 3 owners. There's no HOA dues, and it's just a full oceanfront acre. The location is pretty unbeatable. We are right along the ocean. We have the coastal trail right in its backyard. And up the line here, the coastline here, we have Sam's Chowder House. You've got the Miramar restaurant. Go a little bit further to the harbor. You've got the Moss Beach Bluffs. And then about 30 to 40 minutes north on Highway 1, you're in San Francisco. So it's accessible, but it's tucked away. It has this very discreet, secretive feeling, almost like your own private retreat. This lot that I'm standing on here is the private parking lot. It's quite big. And as I said, there's 3 owners in the property. So this is a shared parking lot, but nothing to be worried about because there's more than enough space for 2 cars for each owner. And then you have a lot of street parking up and down Mirada here. I just love this coastal trail. It is one of the most prized possessions here in Half Moon Bay and on the coast. You can see some people walking down the trail, the cypress trees, you've got sea mist. It is absolutely unbeatable. So here we are, we've got 3 separate units. I'm gonna head up this gate here. I'm gonna take the stairs up. I love this wood siding. It's such a beautiful coastal look. Look at the views here. Just got to take that in. It is a foggy gray day here, but when you're this close to the ocean in a property like this, who cares, right? This whole floor belongs to this unit. So let me give you a glance at what it looks like from this side of the balcony. That VW bus right there is such a classic California coastal look. Okay, let's go inside. I love what they did with the door here. It just is worn. It looks like it's lived by the sea. It's some sort of painting on it that gives it that look. And let's head inside. So this is a 1-bedroom, 2.5 or 1.5 bath. There's a half bath and then a full bath. I'm gonna give you the look straight to the ocean. Wow. Okay, let's just go outside. We'll get this shot and then I'll take you through the rest of the home. Can you imagine whale watching here? Watching the stars. There's like hardly any light pollution, so stargazing is impeccable. You can see the boats going by. The water is right there. incredible. Out this way is Mavericks, the big, massive, big wave surfing spot that people come from all over the world to surf. I love that out here there's a little bit of protection. So this is glass, and then you also have glass down here. So you are wind protected when you're in here, except for this area that is fully open. But of course you do want some of that fresh air. Okay, now for the house. So I'm gonna start from the front so you can get the full look. So immediately when you enter the property, you are greeted by the kitchen. It has this beautiful, vibrant blue color on the cabinetry, which I think is such a nice contrast to the ocean and everything beyond the view. Stunning. And then look at the view outside this window. Gorgeous. Okay, you've got great appliances in here. You've got a double stove, a double oven, I mean. You've got dishwasher, you've got a sink, refrigerator, a gas range, and more than enough cabinetry. In fact, some of this custom cabinetry is so cool. I love the way that this pulls out to give you a deeper, more access to more shelving space that, whoop, oh God. All right. And then right off of the kitchen, you have a half bath. I'm gonna shut this door because this is a surprise. Hang on. Okay, you've got a half bath in here. And in this door is a dry sauna. So if you can imagine going out and surfing right on the beach, coming back here, putting your surfboard in storage and coming right into this dry sauna, that is the life right there. I don't know if it can get much better than that. So this house has no shortage of space. There's ample room for anything. It's over 1,300 square feet. You've got this nice seating area, living area. This is a great dining space. Out here used to be a wood-burning stove, it looks like, but that was taken out, and the home is now equipped with a wall heater. So you've got a good source of heat. Oh, look at that. Here's a view of the kitchen. I love how this is open here, so you're not closed off in the kitchen. I would imagine probably at some point it was closed off. It was built in '72. Then you've got storage along the bottom here for whatever you need. The deck goes the whole width of the property, all the way down to the primary, which is at the end of the row there. So this is essentially a bonus room. Now, I would imagine this being a really great office space. It's exactly what I would put here. I'd have a desk, maybe a desk facing the ocean so you get that view while you're on your Zoom calls. But this is what you see when you're in this room. Got a nice big mirror there to even open up the space more. And just the sound of the waves are perfectly loud in a way that is not overpowering but relaxing. Be a good sleeping noise. You've got a nice big walk-in closet here, which is fantastic to have. On a property like this, and such a unique property, having a walk-in closet is pretty special because it's not something that you would necessarily always be able to bet on. Here we have the full bathroom. So you've got nice drawers here, sink, mirror, toilet, and a beautiful walk-in shower. It even has a little step there to sit on, and windows above for extra ventilation. And then continuing down the hallway, we have extra shelving here, which could be for linens or whatever you really need. And we turn right into the primary, which is it's the primary, but it is literally the primary. It's the only bedroom in this property. Look at that picture view right off of the bed. The cypress trees, the waves. You can see the coastal trail all the way down. At the very end of that peak there, that point, is the Ritz-Carlton, Half Moon Bay Ritz-Carlton. It may be hard to see on camera, but it is there. And then, of course, you've got access to the balcony and room for any sized bed. There is more than enough space in here for anything. This is a good sized large room. Okay, so this is the door that can go out onto the porch that we were at. You've got some utilities and another closet space in here. And then this is another bonus. So again, with a property this unique, it's not always given that you're gonna have a washer and dryer. But this one does have a washer and dryer as well as a sink. You've got a full-on mudroom, a laundry room, tons of storage. Again, more closet space here, which is a lot. All these shelves. You are fully equipped in this property, and the shelving goes, or the closets go all the way down. You've got views. This seating area comes with the land here, so shared by the owners. It's a common space. Got a little walking trail, and you've got all of this ice plant around the property. Just beautiful. And of course, if you are familiar with this type of plant, you know that certain times of year it blooms beautifully. This bright purple, eye-catching, absolutely stunning. If you have any questions about this home, the Bay Area market, or our coastside here, reach out to me. My information's in my bio of my page. You can scan the QR code. I love to hear from you. Fill out the form and I'll reach out to you directly. I'd love to answer any questions you have or talk to you about our market here and what makes it so special. See you on the next tour.